Hello everyone, this is Ninja Girl Sakura Wen here, and today we got the first full official trailer for the live action Beauty and the Beast, which is coming out in March next year. And usually, I am 100% against these live action remakes. I think a lot of them are pretty bad and flat out unnecessary. But I must admit, when I heard that Emma Watson was the one who was going to be playing Belle, and I saw the teaser, which was released a few months back, I felt this might actually be good, and I should give it a chance. Honestly, if it wasn't for Emma, I probably would still be against it, because I love Emma Watson as Hermione. Hermione is my favorite character in Harry Potter, so if not for her, I probably would still be against it, but I figured I would do this little video going over the trailer and discussing it a little bit. So, without further ado, let's press play. The original score, that's a nice touch. I do like that. That's a good touch too, the slash paintings. That right there, that him taking a rose is a plot point from the original book, the original story.
Papa?
There she is!
Here, this castle is alive.
Who's there?
Do you wish to take your father's place?
Come into the light.
Oh boy.
Show me the girl.
Look at her.
Very
She
nice.
is the one. The one who'll break the spell.
Lumiere sounds weird to me.
Hello.
You can talk.
Well, of course he can talk.
Cogsworth too.
Pleased to meet you.
Chip definitely does.
Master's not as terrible as he appears.
Mrs.Potts and Chip look weird too. It's not just me, right? Yeah, I heard some people don't like how Beast looks either. I think he looks okay. Gaston, as usual, kill the Beast.
You've always wanted. I'll find it in your mind.
Aw, the scene in the library. And of course the ballroom dance.
Don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid.
I don't know why this keeps skipping like that, but can she save him before the last petal falls from the rose? Beauty and the Beast. There it is. And I believe it releases March 17th, so. But, my thoughts. I still think it looks okay, but it's not going to top the animated feature. I don't think that's possible. After all, the original animated feature came very close to winning Best Picture the year it came out, so that's impressive. That was, I think, the first and only animated movie to ever be nominated for that, so that's pretty hard to top. But Emma Watson as Belle, I do like it, although she has pretty much the same personality sort of as Hermione does, and it's hard to see anyone but Hermione when I look at her. That's just me, because that's the role I'm used to seeing her in. But come to think of it, Belle and Hermione, they do have a couple things in common after all. Their love of reading and books. They're both intelligent characters and tough young women in their own ways. So, but it is hard to distinguish the two, for me, because that's the role, again, that I'm used to seeing Emma play. But I think she's going to be good as Belle. The Beast, I know some people don't like how he looks. I think he looks okay, but I don't know. It works, I guess, but I am used to, of course, seeing him the way he is in the original animated movie. That's just a fact. But it looks pretty close. Pretty close. Belle's dresses, I've heard some people complaining about how simple the yellow gown looks. I don't like the yellow gown to begin with in the original movie, but I don't know, I guess it's okay, but I'm not a fan of that dress to begin with. Her peasant dress, I think, looks pretty good. That much I will say. It's different than, of course, the original animated movie, but it still looks good. You can still tell that's the dress it's meant to be, but it has its own distinct look to it. So they managed to pull that off. That's good, at the very least. Gaston, we briefly saw him, and he's in top form. So, well done there, I suppose. I'm glad about that. The castle looks great. The original score, I love that they put that in this trailer. I don't know if that's going to be in the final version, probably, because it's such a big part of the movie. I don't know what other songs they're planning on keeping for this version of the movie, so they might keep the mob song. They're most likely, they probably have to keep the song Beauty and the Beast, because the ballroom dance, they have to have it, so they probably will keep that song. I don't know if they'll keep the opening song, Belle. We'll see. They might keep the Gaston song. Well, we have to really wait and see to know for sure, of course, but they might. I don't know. Yeah, Mrs. Potts and Chip, I'm gonna say right off the bat, they look weird. They really do. I mean, I guess it's hard to make a teapot and a teacup look real, but the faces, the animated faces on them, they do look really funny to me. And I'm not used to hearing Chip with a British accent either. So that's kind of weird. I guess Lumiere and Cogsworth, they look okay to me. But Lumiere's voice, I'm glad he still has the French accent, because that was something very distinct about Lumiere. But his voice is a little too high-pitched to me. But that's probably just because of how used to I am of hearing him the other way, like he is in the animated feature. Which I think, sadly, his original voice passed away not long ago. Oh my gosh, that is pretty sad. But, even if he were still around, they probably weren't going to ask him to be Lumiere again. But I wish they would have. That would have been cool, but it's okay. Cogsworth, his voice is a little too deep to me. But I don't know. I guess it'll work. I like seeing Belle fight the wolves. That was pretty cool. The library scene where Beast gives her access to the library at her leisure. That looks pretty cool. Looks awesome, must admit. The ballroom dance, that scene, they have to do it well because it's so iconic to the original. And it looks like they are. It does. Credit where it's due. The ballroom looks beautiful. The outfits, again, Belle's dress looks okay to me, but I'm not a fan of that dress to begin with. Beast looks pretty good in his formal attire. Maurice, I should comment on Maurice. He seems pretty well portrayed, and I don't know why, but they are taking that element from the original fairy tale and having him steal a rose from Beast's garden. Because in the original story, I haven't read it, but I've done a little bit of research on it. Basically, the reason he does do that is because when he went on a trip, Belle asked, "Please bring me back a rose." Or actually, I don't think she even has a name in the original fairy tale. But of course, the animated feature, it's Belle, of course. But, yeah. Basically, that's why he's picking the rose, and that's an element from the book. So, I guess that's pretty cool. But, yeah. The scene where she first meets Beast seems pretty faithful to the original, but she doesn't seem as shocked by his reveal. Because in the original movie, she goes, "Come into the light," and he does, and you get this really cool shot of Beast looking huge and scary, and Belle just puts her hand over her mouth and goes, freaking out. But here she kind of didn't do that. She got kind of spooked by the roar she heard, which in the movie he didn't roar, did he? I mean, he did, but not in that scene till he actually came and confronted her. So, I don't know. But I guess it's shaping up to be a decent remake. I'm still nervous about it, and I'm pretty sure that it's not going to top the original animated movie. I don't see that ever happening. But Emma Watson, I think she's going to be pretty good as Belle. Paige O'Hara will still always be the distinctive Belle that we love from the animated movie, but she probably will be good as Belle. I have faith in her, but yeah. Although I wish we could have seen more of Belle's clever and snarky side, like you see in the animated movie, like her tricking Gaston into being thrown out the door when he tried to propose to her. That scene is hilarious. I'm sorry, it is. And I wish we could have kind of seen more of that side of Belle in this trailer, but there will be more trailers to come, I'm sure. So maybe in those we will. So far, we haven't seen that much of Belle's distinct personality, but I do like what I've seen so far. It looks pretty good, but again, it's not going to top the animated feature. But other than that, I guess we're going to have to wait till March to have a final judgment on it. But I might give this a chance. Big might, because again, I'm usually against these remakes. I'm not for them at all. I think they're unnecessary most of the time. But yeah, so far this looks like it might be good. But other than that, I will let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Let's hope this is actually good, but we'll see.